let's see. It's an okay angle, I guess, right there. Keep that. All right, guys, so we're gonna do a quick live here on the 1999 Harley-Davidson Dyna. And pretty much the issue we are having is we had an electrical issue. Appears as if the cam position sensor failed, and basically after I was power washing this thing, cleaning it, looking for oil leaks because this thing leaks like a pig. After I got done power washing it, it was running good, started right up. Kind of noticed a weird little backfire. Rode fine for a couple miles and then just completely shut off while I was riding. So ended up checking for fault codes and determined the cam position sensor failed. So this is where the cam position sensor is located, on the right side of the engine, right underneath the intake. The crankshaft position sensor is located on the left side, basically where the compensator sprocket wheel is. We won't be replacing that one, we're going to be replacing this one. Basically it goes through this multi-harness right here. So we're going to see if we can take this apart. We have a brand new sensor. I like to keep it the original and run it through the original loom here. So we're going to try to do that. And so basically what I think happened, I already took off this cover and determined that I'll show you guys right now, but this is a new Hall effect type transistor, basically the cam position sensor, and I'll explain in more detail on how it works. But when I was looking at the original, I could tell it was cracked, deteriorated. It looked like somebody tried epoxying or JB welding or siliconing it at some point. So that's going to lead to moisture intrusion, damage, that kind of thing. You know, it's gonna create issues, especially if water gets in there. So I'm not sure. I think this gasket right here is missing too. Just from the condition of the bike's kind of, you know, run out. There's a lot of parts and work that needs to make this thing you know, good condition so it doesn't fall apart. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to figure that out right now. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the chat. All right, so first things first, let's see if I can kind of, already sprayed a little bit of degreaser on these plugs here. I want to get my shit dirty. Let's see if we can do this. So this is the connector right here, right side of the bike, located like kind of right underneath the oil filter housing. This thing is just filled with dirt and oil. And that could cause a bad connection, sometimes even a short circuit. Like I've seen people pack the connectors full of grease and not realizing that there is molybdenum metal in it, and it basically just creates a direct short. You're supposed to use dielectric grease. It doesn't have any metals in it. But the purpose of this video, kind of want to show a couple things here. Kind of clean out this sensor. Let's see, in this one, shouldn't have to touch this side of the connector. It's a little dirty, but should be good enough to work with. This one right here was kind of full of grease, and we're going to be pulling out the pins on a couple of these wires here instead of splicing and dicing. Try to do it the correct way. But let's see if we can go ahead and pull some codes on it really quick. Should be good enough. A little water ain't gonna hurt nothing. Shouldn't hurt nothing. Hopefully it doesn't cause a direct short. Let's go ahead and just plug that bad boy in really quick. Hopefully no smoke leaves the bike. Okay. And let's see, check engine light. Should be, let's see, come over here to this side of the bike. So on this model, it's going to be behind the tachometer. Just kind of hold it. Forget if I have to, I think I got to shut off the ignition at the same time. I forget. think I have to, hold on, hold the button as I turn off the ignition. So I turn off the ignition, hold the button. All right, turn on the ignition. It's gonna show some numbers. What is that? No DO1CL clear. Let me zoom in. DO2 clear, clear, clear. Cal 9, not sure what. DO1 clear. DO2 set. Cal 09. What's Cal 09 mean? Pretty sure that was my cam position sensor. Let's see, this thing didn't really want to turn on before. Let's see if it wants to fire on. It's kind of running like shit though. No, nothing. Let's see. Shut that off. Okay. Hold that. Okay, turn the key. Cal 09. I forget what that means. 90T set. So I'd have to look that up. I wonder if we have a issue actually more than what I thought. So before I was getting a that's kind of interesting. Before I was able to get a cam position sensor code, but now I'm getting this Cal 09, which means ignition. And I'm wondering if the ECM, for whatever reason, stopped communicating with the bike altogether, and that wouldn't be good. It's possible the bike has multiple electrical issues. Yeah. So those are the circuit breakers on that side. And I forget, this is some type of module right here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I think it's starter relay. It's like a contact board. That's the, what is this? This is the coil. Got some loose shit hanging around here. A little bit of Mickey Mouse. Let's see, I forget where the ECU is exactly on this one right here. I think it's like underneath, behind the battery. Yeah, interesting though. Bike doesn't have any spark, I believe. It's basically running fine and it just cut out on me. So I wonder what would happen if I replaced the cam position sensor, if I could even test it at this point. Yeah, because I don't think the bike's even, the computer is not even communicating with the, with the rest of the bike anymore. Or maybe some type of ignition problem more than just the cam position sensor, which perfect. So I'm kind of wondering what I should do at this point. Maybe contact the customer and let them know. Or maybe I'm not doing something correctly. I know I'm supposed to shut off the key. Basically, you would hold the button behind the tachometer. Basically hold it like that. And then turn on the ignition key. Okay. We have a DOT2, that's gonna be the speedometer, it's not hooked up. We have a Cal 09. Okay, hold on, let's try this again. Make sure our on safety switch here is actually working. Interesting. Got nothing on this, the speedometer now. Huh. Oh, perfect. Let's see if we can try that again. Okay, it's doing something. Communicating. Holding the back of the speedometer button and doesn't seem like it's changing. I was kind of hoping I could get into these codes a little bit more. I kind of forget. I'm kind of curious as to why it's not allowing the codes that I saw before. This is just to clear them. I'm not trying to. Cal 09. I don't know where that Cal 9 from. Everything I'm checking on the internet is absolute